All right, Freak Nation, he is back, and it seems like about every other week we've got Alex Palou here in the Freak Nation, three-time IndyCar Series champion, chasing that Indy 500 win. But, of course, you've got the road course this weekend. But every time I walk into Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Alex, whether it's a NASCAR race, a sports car race, or the road course, I'm sorry, I still associate every time I walk through those gates as the Indy 500. It's never lost on me the significance of this track. Has it softened on you what this race means, Indy 500 means to a race car driver, given how many times you're on that track and in that huge sphere of racing? Or is it still just the special place for the Spaniard, Alex Palou, in the Indy 500?
I have a similar feeling to you. Like every time I enter the track, through the tunnel, I just get that feeling of like, oh, it's the best place for us. It's the best place on earth for us. That's where we spend the most time thinking on this race, on Indy 500. That's for the drivers and that's for the team, especially building those cars and trying to get more speed. And those memories and the feelings of like having so much people at the track, which is what makes this event so awesome. They're still here every time I come, even on December that it's covered in snow and we come here for the drivers meeting at the end of the year. I just feel the same feeling. So it's great that it's finally May, it's finally happening, and I couldn't be more excited.
And this just came to me, Alex. There is not a sports series that I can think of, and I'm talking all sports, stick and ball and motorsports, where there's so much focus on one race. You have the Daytona 500, you have Monaco, you have the U.S. Nationals for drag racing. But how much memory does the Indy, or how much brain power does the Indianapolis 500 suck out of a race team for the entire season?
It's a lot. I can tell you it's a lot more than people can imagine, especially for the teams. I would say for the drivers as well. But at the same time, we need to try and forget for like some weeks about the Indy 500, because you still have like Barber, Indy Road Course, and you need to focus on those races as well. It still pays the same amount of points, but then you suddenly need to switch for the 500, which is the biggest one. But for the teams, it's huge. Like once we finished the Indy 500 in 2024, they were already thinking how to get a little bit better for this year. So I'm sure everybody in all the teams are doing the same. We have a different car for this race that they all like. I think we put music during the night for her just so she's happy, she's calm, and all that kind of stuff that we can do. We do everything to her so she's as fast as she wants to be that day.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to go into another direction here in a second, but what do you take care of more, your Indy 500 race car or your 1-year-old daughter?
My daughter. My daughter. Yes, my daughter. But I let my mechanics take all the time with our car to treat her as she deserves. But no, it's a same feeling. Like actually, when we talk about the Indy 500 car, we talk about the car as a baby. It's our baby.
Yeah.
It's our baby. We all want to do every bolt perfect, and that's not saying that on our road course car and our other races we don't do that. Like we still do that, but the 500, it's special. We know that can change our lives. That can change my life, can change my mechanic's life, my engineer's life, and everybody's. And we just want that so bad that we put all the good energy we have, we put it in that car.
Alex Palou joining us here in the Freak Nation. Crasher, help me out with the former owner of an IndyCar team. I saw him at Long Beach. He had the fat cigar, and he would go up.
Carl Haas?
Carl Haas. What Carl Haas would do, he'd go up and talk to the race car, talk to the nose of the car, and he would pet it. He would. It was as if it was his baby. Do you do that with your cars? And I'm not trying to be funny here because we're strange. We're strange people for certain things. Do you talk to your car differently?
We're all a little bit wired differently, I would say. Everybody that is in the motorsport world, media, drivers, like team managers, and everybody, we're a little bit crazy, but that's okay. Our fans as well, you guys are a little bit crazy, but it's a good kind of crazy. So I do not I do not talk to the car, but I I try and have a relationship with the car where I take care of her. Like I care for her. Like I don't know. I don't talk to her directly, but I do in a way. I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but yes, I have special relationships with my cars.
On the grid, you just recite from the movie Jerry Maguire, help me help you. I mean, it's a mutual relationship here. It's all good.
Yes.
You alluded to Alex Palou, three-time IndyCar champion. You alluded just a little bit ago to how your guys in the offseason, the minute the Indy 500 in 2024 was done, boom, they were thinking about 2025's Indy 500. But your guys, we've already seen the fruits of their labor from the offseason, how they tinkered with that road course car of yours, and how you guys have just been on rails for the 2025 season. What is different and what they're doing with your oval car? I mean, were there two separate teams, an oval team and a road course team in the offseason working for your car? Or what is it that's going to be different once we jump to this oval package?
No, it's the same. It's the same team, but I would say that we have a dedicated team at the workshop, thinking and working on the 500 stuff, while maybe we are on the way at St. Pete or at Thermal. Like they are still working on our 500 car. But then at the end of the day, my mechanics, the people that build the car, and my engineers, they are still the same. They are all the same for all year. What kind of stuff? At the end, it goes to basics. Like it's not special stuff. Like it's not. Don't think that they go into a room and they start saying, "Oh, what if we do this or that?" Like it's not special stuff. It's only like carrying and putting a lot of work into parts, like making sure that all the bodywork fits as perfectly as possible. Because when you're going 240 miles an hour in qualifying at the end of the straight, a gap that it's this small, like it can create a lot of drag and perhaps being a lot slower of a car. Yeah, it's just small stuff like that. It's small details that at the end of the day, the only way you can get there is with time. It's with spending time with that, with those parts, spending time with that car, and just making it as good as we can, as we physically can.
Alex, you are an astounding athlete. Just talking to you right now, you seem so calm and reserved and just very comfortable in your environment. You're at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway as we speak, but how itching are you? You've only had a little bit of a test session for the Super Speedway Oval. How itching are you to get in your oval package for the next couple of weeks and just freaking go?
Yes, I'm excited. Like as you said, we got a little bit of a hint during the open test. That was like about a month ago, a little bit more, and you're getting excited, but you don't want. You're like, no, it's still a test, and I cannot get too excited. And now it's real. Now we're here. I just got my bags from my house, which I live like probably 30 minutes away, but I sleep at the track because it's like early mornings, late nights, and stuff. So it's official. Like I moved to the IMS, and it's gonna be for the month. And I cannot wait to go on track, see the fans as well. That's what makes it real. That's what makes it real, though. Like whenever you go for the first time on Tuesday, the first test session, and there's fans in Gasoline Alley, and they just want to see you and they cheer for you. That's when you're like, okay, May's here, and the biggest race of the year, it's starting.
Yeah, what's really real though, like you just said, you moved into your concrete neighborhood, the neighborhood of motorhomes and drivers and their families. I mean, you don't have pretty flowers in Carmel, Indiana anymore. This is real. How are you doing your morning breakfast? We've talked about this with you before. You are an over easy eggs guy. The reality of you want to still cook your breakfast. You don't have a chef necessarily. That's the real guy. Tell us about how you really do deal with the pressures of Indy. Even though they can be fun, there's a lot of pressure, but you still get yourself out to being dad, dad, husband, and race car driver.
Actually, like I probably at the beginning, like my first couple of years, I was maybe more like, this is the 500 and I just need to have my time and I need to do this differently and I need to do the breakfast perfectly and my coffee perfectly. Now it's not like that. Now it's like, it's the 500, but I'm just going to do the same thing I do every morning. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to have my cup of black coffee. I'm going to drink it. It's my time. Then the baby wakes up. I spend a little bit of time with the baby and my wife. Then I have breakfast. and I go with my engineers and I start working. So I try not to overcomplicate stuff. At the end of the day, at the end, it's only a race. It's the biggest one, but it's only a race. And yeah, you need to keep it as simple as possible because it's a long month. It's an important month. And if you start overcomplicating it for yourself, it's not going to happen.
You know, it sounds like you've always had great advice. I don't know if that's your parents, your grandparents, what, but is this a little bit of, it sounds familiar to Scott Dixon. Is this a little bit of teammate advice as well, that at least over the years that he's been able to give you?
I wouldn't say directly, but indirectly, yes. So I wouldn't say that suddenly Scott or Dario sat down with me and said, "Hey, Alex, you need to behave this way." But whenever you're capable or whenever you're lucky enough to be in the same room as big drivers and amazing champions like Scott and Dario, you learn. And also Jimmy, having Jimmy around the first couple of years was huge. Like just learning how they behave, how they think, how much time before the practice they put their fire suit on, how they prepare themselves, how they speak to the people, or how they treat the fans, like that stuff that you learn, and you start learning how they do it, and hopefully you get that way of acting like the real guys, like the best of the best.
Alex Palou joining us here in the Freak Nation, three-time IndyCar Series champion. Of course, won the road course last year, and it continues to dominate 3 out of the first 4 races. There's these numbers that are coming out that you're chasing history, and A.J. Foyt and Mario Andretti and Will Power and Alex Palou. All right, I get all that, but it's not lost on us. Many times you've come in here. You're from Spain. We know you're from Spain, but before you, there was Fernando Alonso. There was Pedro de la Rosa. Many years ago. Is there a brotherhood between Spaniard open-wheel drivers? Like, is Fernando on your speed dial when you win a race? Does he text you saying, "Nice job, Spaniard"?
No, that doesn't. I mean, yes and no. No, not every race, but yes. I would say that the 3 championships that I got, we exchanged a couple of messages. I would say that I have a closer relationship with Pedro now that you name it. But no, there's not this group chat that suddenly I win a race or I'm P1 in a practice and he's like, "Hey man, good job." Like, no, that doesn't. At the end of the day, we're both drivers, and we know that's what we love to do. That's what we have to do, and maybe one day we race again if he comes back here in at the 500. And there's gonna be like no Spanish group chats or anything like that. It's only gonna be who's faster on track.
Do you enjoy kicking Scott Dixon's ass more, or would you enjoy kicking Fernando Alonso's ass more on the track?
I would enjoy kicking Fernando's ass a lot more on track. Yes.
Like that. Remember, he and Scott are still neighbors and teammates.
And smart. And I've never seen this. Out of all the things I've read about you or listened to interviews with you, is who are the drivers that you looked up to as a punk-ass kid in a go-kart growing up? Who were your guys that you looked up to, idolized?
So at the beginning, like when I was very young, it was Michael Schumacher when he was in the Ferrari era. But then it's always been my dad. That's the person. He was not a driver, but he was still my coach, although he was not a driver. I think it was just either he understood the world of motorsport very quick, and he was able to teach me, or he understood how I was working and he was able to teach me. I don't know if that makes sense, but
yes,
I looked up to him a lot, and I still do to this day. Yeah.
Well, we play favorites here in the Freak Nation. We're not bashful. You know, we're not objective media members here, Alex. And
so I'm your favorite, you're saying?
I'm about to say you happy bastard.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm just getting excited. Sorry. Okay, continue. That's it.
And so interested to join every time we ask 9 times out of 10 you're there, you time out. You some kudos, gold stars on that. We wouldn't hate if you yourself your first in 100 championship this year.
Thank you. I will give everything we have to try and win the Indy 500. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Very excited.
I think Honda has clearly had a masterclass of a season so far, but
Yes.
that Indy 500 has eluded them a bit. So you or Scott, let's go. Let's
Thank
go.
you, guys.
Alex, thank you, buddy, for joining us. All right, my friend. Good luck to you. We'll see you here in a week or two.
Absolutely. See you soon, guys.